up, down, up, down, up, down. 1, 2, 3, up, 1, 2, 3, down. So we got that. We're gonna make it. Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Mr. Africanity live from Kenya, Nairobi. And I had somebody say, like, man, how do you invest in Kenya? How do you invest in Africa? So right now, what I'm going to do is actually show everybody right here, right now, how to invest in development projects. So these are real estate properties, but there are development properties. So what I try to do is find off-site plans. That means imagine a piece of land, doesn't have anything. So there's a developer and he comes to plan to build on that land. And when he builds on that land, he accumulates money in order to build on that land. So I'm just summarizing this. So when he's looking for money and funds to build on that land, he not only gets it from financiers, banks, he also gets it from individual investors. So he puts together a presentation, a concept, a brochure, and he puts out the information, does all the planning, does everything that's needed to be done, right? Everything's prepared, and then now it's open for purchase for investors. So this is how you buy into properties, whether apartments and houses and places across Africa, and development projects without really having the capital all up front or getting finances through a bank and having to pay off principals and plus the dang interest and the bottom line and homeowner insurance and all these other things that come with it. So we're going to look at right now, you're going to see my screen that's open. This is one of the properties or one of the actual real estate seller agents, and it's called Has Consult. It's over here in Nairobi, Kenya. And there's many developers throughout. This is not a specific developer, though they do take on the role as a developer sometimes. But they are the sales representatives for other developers. And here's their website. So we're going to scroll down. As you can see, we're scrolling down. And we have Anaki. We have different types of properties. So let's go down to let's actually click on this tab called Developments. We're going to go in here. And we want to see the developments that they have and that they list. Excuse me if my internet's kind of slow, that are around the price range that we want to find somebody at entry level. So 58 mil, that's around $100,000. This is $95,000. This Riverside Square, that's a starting price, right? It's a mixed use. So it's residential. The tower right here is residential, and then that's going to be commercial. So let's go to something that I'll put my money in. But let's go down. I want to go to a price that seems reasonable, right? For our newcomers. That's a reasonable price. So let's go Fuma Town Development. Let's go read more. So it's at 1.9 mil. That's the starting price. So that's $20,000, right? So we're looking at it. We're saying, oh, that looks nice. Like we're looking at this 1-bedroom apartment that's supposed to be in a Fuma Town, which is in Zanzibar. You see it right here, right? So 1.9 million shillings, which is $20,000. It's really 19, give or take, depending on the fluctuation. So here goes the about part of the Fuma Town development, right? Here's the residents, what they plan to actually have on the development project. So studio 1 to 2 bedrooms, and that's apartments. So 2 to 6 bedroom townhouses and seafront townhouses and apartments. The investor's potential, and it's actually going to give you a summary. The population in this region is growing currently by over 6%. This creates a huge demand on quality housing and rental units. So we're expecting a ROI, return on investment, around 8 to 10% for rental market prices. So this is on a beautiful location. It's connected not far from the international airport, and it's a upcoming area that's generating high appreciation of capital. That means your property value is going to go up. Location, here we go, bam, Fuma Town Service Center, and it's next to mine, so as you can see. But let's zoom out in this map and see what we got here, right? So Dar es Salaam, that's Salam, Assalamu alaikum. That's where it's at right there. So you can see it in Tanzania, and this is the information that we're getting. So it's in Zanzibar right here. Tanzania is here, Zanzibar is here. So as you can see, that's where it's at. It's going to be on the west side of the island. So, all right, we got where it is. Here you go. You can download the master plan, the pricing intel, and then here we go. We got all the prices, reservation form, and etc. So let's go in here and click on this brochure, right? And bear with me. Sometimes this takes a while to open. So let's zoom in. You start to see right here. Here are payment plans. Now let me show you. Bing, bing, payment plans. So payment plans are how you're going to make payments on this property. See, when I'm saying 20,000, I'm not saying 20,000 up front. Okay. Now look at the screen and see where we're going with this. 2,000, and this is for the reservation fee. So that means I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna choose a property. Let's say that we're starting with BAM, floor 0. That means ground 0, right? The ground floor is at $19,900, right? So that's how much it costs. So our reservation fee would be $2,000. Now we take $15,000. That's for penthouse reservation fee, refundable for 2 weeks. So that's if you're getting a penthouse. So disregard that because we're not getting the penthouse, right? What we're getting is a studio apartment on ground 0, right? So here we go. 20% plus 5%. So what is that? We're signing PSA, right? The sales agreement, and 5% facilitation fee. So we're going to pay 20% to 25%, 5% for the facilitation fee, and 20%. So what's 20% of $20,000? Once you do that calculation, and let me go ahead and get my calculator on so people aren't out here judging me when I get it incorrect. So we got 20 grand right here, right? 20%. 20% is 4,000. I just brought up the calculator so you could see me do the numbers, right? So you got that 4,000. That's all you have to save. Like, let's say I save up $4,000, right? So let me get this 1-bedroom apartment in Zanzibar, right? In Fuma Town. All right, and so let's go to the next page. I made the 20 plus the 5%. So there we go. Now we move to the next 20, right? With construction begin. Estimated time 2019. So we're going to put, once the construction period starts, that's another 20%, right? 6 months after the beginning of construction. So 6 months later, this is going to be at, the end of 2019, but 6 months later, another 20%, right? Then 12 months after the beginning of construction. So that's 12 months after that, right? So you got 6 months, then you start to move towards 12 months, another 20%. And then the last 20% is with the handover, deducted by the reservation fee. That reservation fee that you paid, the $2,000, that get that reduced. So that 20% take off $2,000, right? Because that's for the reservation fee that you paid at the beginning. And then your project is completed. The apartment is built by 2020. And this is where they're going to start doing transfer title and putting the title in your name. Now, the property is yours after that. And that's all for $20,000, somewhere in the time frame around 12 months to 24 months, because these projects are very long. So, this rolled out in 2018, so that would have been 2 years. 2 years, you have to pay off $20,000 to get yourself a 1-bedroom apartment in Zanzibar. In Zanzibar, in Africa, right somewhere on the coastal line. That's where this place is located, right? So here we go. We're breaking it down, and this property was 21 square meters. So that's what it is. 3 square meters out there. The balcony, you got your bed right there, and this is the studio. So that we pay for a studio, correction. When I was saying apartment, we pay for a studio. Now you got your apartment. If you say you could do a little bit more, then you can move up to basically $38,000. So $38,000, and you break it down the same way, right? $2,000 on reservation. Then the next $20,000 on the sign of the sales agreement. They give you time, they draft that up, and then the next 20% at the beginning of construction. Then the next 20% 6 months later. Then the next 20% 12 months from that original date of the construction, the beginning of the construction period. And upon completion, another 20%. So that's basically breaking down that. You can break it down for every price and get the numbers that you need. And bing, bing, and put them right there up on the screen, making it more easy for you. So that's the prices, We wanted to get in and see the prices because people wanted to know that, right? They wanted to say what that looked like, how much am I paying? How much is it going to cost me? I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not paying tons of money. So let's go to the Fuma town and we'll actually go to what this whole deal is and what they're going to be doing. So they're creating a city that's going to be in Zanzibar. And this is the first time that investors are allowed to invest in property and own properties via sublease. So a lot of places in Africa, you are subleasing the land or the house, and you don't get a freehold title, what we're used to in America, and you get this lease for 99 years or 50, depending on where you're at. But this one specifically is for 99 or 33, but it's all renewable up to 99 years. And, when it comes down to renewing it after 99 years or the 33 years, then it just gets renewed. You pay a little taxes and then bam, it's renewed. It's nothing outlandish and you don't have to worry about losing your property. So we're renting in this company also has a way to actually rent these out. I don't want to stay too long